Hello, welcome back to Digital Yoruba class. My name is Deji Olaiya and I am the creator of Digital Yoruba Literature. So this is the lesson 5. We've gone through the introduction, the lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, and then this is lesson 5. In this lesson, you're going to learn about tags. So one of the main pillars of Digital Yoruba is the use of tags, to write down words that are pronounced. Tags are alphabets that are used differently from the way they used to be used. So these tags are like codes, and I'm going to be showing you what these tags are and how they are used. So first of all, Yoruba language, we use West European alphabets like A, B, C, D. That's what we use. But if you notice, you notice that we don't use about 5 different alphabets like C, like V, like Z, Q, and X. They are not used because somebody in the past believed that these alphabets does not fit into Yoruba language. So these 5 alphabets were removed. But in Digital Yoruba, these alphabets C, V, Z, Q, X are used as tags to differentiate words. So in essence, I am bringing back these 5 different alphabets into Yoruba language to be used in a way that it will make our language much more beautiful and much more reader friendly. So let's start with the first tags is the letter V. The letter V. If you notice in Yoruba language, you will not see V because it's been removed. But in Digital Yoruba, V is used to represent B. The word because this B was created by Samuel Crowder to represent a particular sound. Okay, but the closest West European alphabet to B is V, and so this is used in Digital Yoruba as B, which means that you will not see GB in Digital Yoruba. Any literature, you will not see GB written together. What you see is V, but you pronounce it as B. You pronounce it as B. So, in essence, V has replaced B. So, you pronounce V in Yoruba, Digital Yoruba, as B. So, whenever you see V, you pronounce it as B. And let me show you some examples. Look at here, bímọ, to plan, bímọ, gbẹ̀san, to revenge. See, figagbága, to compete, gbẹ́rẹ́, incisions, gbàdúrà, to pray. That is the way this is used. So that is the first tag that you've learned, okay? So anytime you look at the dictionary or you look at any of these books that I've written, you see V, you pronounce it as B. That's the way it sounds, okay? Number 2 is what we call the hashtags. The hashtag. The Yoruba use a lot of hash. Ẹṣé, aṣọ, ẹṣẹ̀. We use a lot of sh. So currently in Yoruba, it's being written as S with a dot below. So, but in Digital Yoruba, this has about 3 different variants. So sometimes it's replaced with a double S. When you see a double S, you pronounce it anywhere you see double S, you pronounce as sh. And then you can also see it as SH, pronounced as a she. And sometimes you see it as a Z. So these are all different variants. So which means that when you see any of these, they are pronounced as sh. So that's the way they are all pronounced. They're called hashtags. These are called hashtags. There are two types of hashtags. Now there are definite hashtags. There are hidden hashtags. And let's see on the next slide. Now, what are definite hashtags? Anywhere where you see a Z, that is definitely sh. And anywhere you see SH, that is definitely sh. It's an hashtag. Like here now, you see show, to be stubborn. That's why you have O, show. You can see that Z is unmistakable. That's a definite hashtag. Look here also, SH, Asha, Asha. Somebody who is very forward. SH, definitely, that's an hashtag. She, to be wounded. She, to be wounded. That's definitely hashtag. So, and sometimes you see where double S, if it follows an A, an I, or a U, is pronounced as ash. Look here now, you can see ashe, because that double S is following an A. Asha, you can see double S following an A. Shu, you can see that's here. So these are definite hashtags. Now let's look at indefinite or hidden hashtags. What are hidden hashtags? So in some words, just a simple S is pronounced as an ash. Now you just have to know them. There are not many of them, but you have to know them. Look at here now. This is she. It's a single S. You have to memorize it. Orishirishi, a single S. You have to memorize it. Shina, to open the way. You have to memorize it. Orisha, idols. So it's a single S. You have to memorize it. And Shango, single S. You have to. So there are not many of them, but you have to memorize them. So most of them are like nouns. Like any Yoruba name that starts with a H, cannot be a Z, cannot be an S. It's always a single S. So these are called hidden hashtags. The next you're going to learn about is K tags. Now, in Yoruba language, you will notice that there was no C, there's no Q because they've been removed. But in Digital Yoruba, there's a C, there's a Q. So they are all variants of K. So when you see a C, you pronounce it as K. When you see a Q, you pronounce it as Q in Digital Yoruba. So as you can see, they're all variants of each other. Look at here now. This is Ka, to count. Ka, to count. You can see next is Kika, counting. Kika, counting. You can see Ika, that's double K, okay? So you can see Ika. So you can see this. So this is a Q, this is a C, this is a K, this is another K, Ika. But they are all pronounced as K. They are all kind of variants of each other. So anytime you see K or C or Q, you pronounce them as a K. As here you can see a core, education, or ko, or ko, ka, or ko. You can see this is double C, this is double K. You know, what they kind of, you know, they just to differentiate these different words. That is why they are there for. Okay. So next slide. We're dealing here with what we call X tags. X tags. There are not many X in Digital Yoruba, but this is there to kind of expand the language. So X stand for S in Digital Yoruba. Anywhere you see X, you pronounce as S. And it's very important, as I said, for growing the language, to import words. For example, in Digital Yoruba, you have X-ray. It's written the same way as X-ray. So although you say X-ray, but we write it down exactly the same, so that it just allows us to know what this is. Instead of trying to translate, we just leave it as it is. So that's what's called X tags. That's what X tags are for. And you can see I'm reading from this book, Learn to Speak Yoruba. So if you buy this book, you see all these are inside the book. And if you already speak Yoruba and you just want to learn to write Digital Yoruba, this is the book that you need to buy. This one on the right here, that is the book for you. And there are a few other books. This is the Yoruba Dictionary. It's now about 200,000 words. It's the biggest Yoruba dictionary you can ever come across. There is 1,000 Yoruba proverbs. It will help you, to learn Yoruba proverb. There's 1,000 Yoruba names. Like if you want to know about Yoruba name, or you are looking for a good name for your child, that's a book to buy. And this one is the first novel written in Digital Yoruba. This is called Ariwoja. Ariwoja. It's a novel, it's about 400 pages, and you really enjoy it. And this one is Bible Awomode. It's a storybook of the Bible, about the patriarchs in the Bible, like Abraham, like Isaac, like Jacob, about them. So it's all for children to be able to use this to learn Yoruba language. These books are available at my website, www.ijolaya.com. If you go to that website, you see all these books there, and you will learn more about digital Yoruba literature. So if you want to contact me for any reason, you can contact me on dejolaya@msn.com. You can contact me there. And as I said, my website is www.dejolaya.com. Thank you for viewing. We'll see you again in the next video. God bless you and goodbye.